All right, so as promised yesterday, starting today off, this is the first of the first two, and I will do two later on. So this is kind of what I'm having to do to prevent having to replace every single piece of this, which when it breaks off is a pain to get out too. Um, Gluing over just a real thick layer wherever possible, as complete coverage as possible, kind of give it some structural integrity so it won't shatter. It's not the best, but I'm mostly doing it on the verticals, some of these, but they also hold in okay and they're intact. And then other places where it was completely destroyed, and I've got some spare that I've cut off here and there. So the next thing is, you can see underneath here, there's kind of a spread. So what's going to happen is I'm going to go in through that side. I barely glued anything. I glued a little bit on this end, and that's the only thing I've really had to glue and clamp down. So I'm going to go in. I'm still improving my technique here. So I'm going to go in, put a bunch of glue in under there, and then clamp it. And then I will do the same here. I'll probably start in one corner and move out. But as you can see, I got spots that got to be got here, and that'll kind of hold it in place. The reason the plexi is all murky like this is that I wiped off a bunch of dust with a wet rag because I didn't want the busted plastic dust getting around the cats too much. So anyways, this is one of two that I'll do today. And once they're hung up, I will show that. All right, it's about 3:30 p.m. This means that I've been going for almost 4 hours. It took about 2 hours per. And even there you can see we're not quite perfect. As I was tapping it in, something popped out. Not much more I can do right now. Definitely fitment issues. And the thing is with it, the porch had slumped and these were in it. And I removed everything before jacking up the porch. So now that things are in a different position, nothing quite fits the same, which, you know, it's whatever. Mostly sealed in is better than not sealed in at all. The amount of cool air and wind flow will be a lot less. So anyways, I'm not doing any more plexis today because that was absolutely ridiculous. It's almost to the golden hour, and I have yet to get outside to cut the grass because I've been working on this to catch up from yesterday. So yeah, it's going to be what it's going to be. I'm kind of scouting for some of these other ones. You can see that one there. The plexi fell out. I think that one there's got it popping. These other guys that have been taped in are okay, but like this one that's wired in, I don't know how the front of that's holding up. So anyways, yeah, there's still stuff to do this week, but meantime, I'm actually going to wrap up this recording. I'm going to go, I believe I've got a bottle of 2-cycle oil to mix in with the gallon of gas that I realized I already had. And I'll get that string trimmer going and start cutting some of this stuff up. So that's what I got right now. And I'll do some updates when I'm done with the grass, or part of the grass. It's going to be an ongoing thing. The lawn not getting cut all at once is okay, because it's still I'm going to have other days off and things to do. But with this other shit done, my other future days off are going to be a lot easier to continue finishing until it's too cold to do anything. So yeah, there it is. Okay, a little bit of before. So the goal is going to be to get this short stuff short again, move up into there a little bit, get all of this stuff cleared. Also going to kind of work around the other side of the garage, the hillside, the little bit of pasture by the opening to the woods. I might also try and get around here, but I'm not trying to overdo it. I don't know how far I'm going to get, but this is your before. All right, it's about 5:40. I just ran out of string from the spool that I wound, still on the same first tank of gas. This thing didn't want to start, didn't want to run. When it did run, it didn't want to go hard, and I was able to get it to kind of slowly go. And I don't know what the deal was, but eventually it's like it warmed up, or the choke finally opened, or something was, I don't know, I'm going to have to get this taken in and get looked at. But it ran, and I think part of it might have been the gas was bad. I had a little bit of extra 2-cycle oil into the tank of the gas because it didn't have really any color to it. Like usually the oil will kind of color the gasoline a little bit. So it would start and it would idle barely, but it wouldn't rev. And I finally got it to hard idle and then get into revving, and then it finally opened up. So do a quick walkthrough. Let's see, I started here. I'll just retrace my path. So I started here, kind of went out this way a bit, around to the edge of the little garden box. As soon as I got that, kind of a swath through here, I was breaking off bits and pieces and came around and got most of this, worked that back a bit, came back down here and got this, worked this up here, worked around here a bit, worked around here a bit, and through there, around here a bit. And then as I moved up here, I started kind of cutting swaths and clearing around stuff, reaching out this way, reaching out this way. You can kind of see the edges of where everything went. And so basically I got this whole thing done. I got some down around here too that I kind of reinforced the grass line again. And up to about here. And all the way around this, back up around through there, and then down through here. Cut the swath for the drain, and I kind of worked my way around roughly up here, kind of sloppy, but it's done. Then I kind of went around and went this way. I went up to there, came down here. I did this hillside, and I moved into here. And basically I just started kind of swathing here. Got all of this, got all of this. This has all been hacked up. Kind of went and was careful around some of this wood. Stuff's going to get picked up. But that's the stuff that I tossed off at the spot here on the hill. So I was able to get this whole thing here all the way up to here. This was all super wild. All the way back. Everything must go. So to this tree and kind of up here roughly, I missed it a little bit. There's no more knee highs or wildflowers or anything. So I came up here, cleared this bit, cleared all of this here up to the side of the car, did all of this. That door's open because I had to get some grease out for that shaft on the string trimmer. So anyways, I kind of cut into there a bit, cut around here. You can see the difference. And then once I got back to here, all I did was about a 10-inch high flat top. Got a fair amount. Came around here. Once I got done with that, came up and did this. So now this has been cut, the swath for the walk down. So I cut over to here, cut down to here, did a little bit across here, came over and did a bit of this, worked my way down here, cut out a line, worked my way back up, got all of this, and then I decided to go up here since I still had some gas and some string. So I kind of hit the taller, bigger, weedy stuff up to here, and then kind of cleared out to here and just kind of made my way in a swath here. Cleared this bit. You can see these orange grasses that I chopped. Ice melters. So anyways, kind of cut this across here about 6-8 foot broad swath, trying to avoid grapevines. Got this all here for the most part. That's a real good spot there. That was all overgrown. I got all of this. And I got it all the way down here. And I got it all the way down to here. And then I got all the way up to here before. I decided to start working my way up around here, and this is about where the last of the string broke out. And I was like, I'm almost out of gas anyway, so somehow I managed to last all of that. 1 tank of gas, 1 spool of string. Oh. Carry some of this honeysuckle brush down to the fire ring. Oh. So yeah, I'll do a recap in a little bit. Today's was basically lawn, and that's about it. So the lawn and the walk down, I did get the 2 plexis, and gotta burn something tonight, so I'm gonna get some shit off the porch and get a fire together. So that's what I got so far. Honestly, the biggest time consumer of the day was those plexiglasses. Those were ridiculous, but I did get them done, so I didn't miss 2 in a row. And I don't know that I'm going to do 2 more tonight. Tomorrow's supposed to be car day. I know I got brakes to do. Let's see if I can't get a blower motor resistor to put into it, and cabin air filter. And I also need to do the cabin air filter in the Buick, since I've got 1 screw left to get the glove box off. Then I should be able to do that and put everything back together, since I've already done the blower motor resistor, which is why the glove box was out. Then once I get that done on both cars, that I can get both glove boxes all the way in and clean the cars out. That's the main project tomorrow. I don't know if I'm going to clip anything, cut anything, or do anything else. I'll try and get plexis done at some point as well, for sure. But definitely focusing on cars. And yeah, other than that, I'm not going to mess with the CV axles at this time. The car's not really acting like it's got anything bad. I know the one was a little bit clunky a while ago, but until it gets seriously bad, I'm just going to hang on to them. So basically just check fluids and swap front brake pads and clean vehicles and some filter stuff. Minor electrical thing for the heater. So yeah, and that's assuming they have the part in stock, which I'm guessing they probably will. So anyways, actually I guess I'll just forego the recap. There's no point. This is really all I've done today, is the stuff from previous videos. You'll see screwed that all up because it popped out. The rest of it's being held in place, so I ain't gonna mess. And I don't know, this one here needs looked at, so that's in the future, but I don't know if I'm doing that tonight. I don't think so. I gotta get me some food. I have stayed away from going into the workplace to get food the last couple of days, figuring I'd probably show up today. So I kind of think that's what I'm gonna end up doing. But anyways, it's day 3 of 7. Calling it a success.